Well, the Republican recently published Building a Better Life, the French-Canadian Experience in Western Massachusetts. It's the latest in their series of books on the ethnic heritage of our region. Co-authors Joe Carvalho and Wayne Phaneuf came in to talk about the work and its important meaning for them personally.
We have a story in the book how one family who were royalty within 2 or 3 generations became itinerant farmers, and who couldn't read or write at that point, just within 2 or 3 generations. It was a very, very hard life for the and it wasn't so hard that they didn't continue to have 7 or 8 or 12 or 14 kids, and everything went to the firstborn, and so it was there was a lot of reason for them to immigrate, and
it was a very harsh life for the French Catholics under the British.
It was their opportunities were limited, and here over the border was this country that really started to have more opportunities. Now, still for the early Catholics, it was difficult. But what fueled, basically, you looked at the textile industry, the mills that we had. We needed a huge labor force, and just over the border, luckily there was no wall separating us. And all these French Canadians came down and were able to people and provide labor for these mill owners that never would have happened. And so it really fueled the Industrial Revolution here in New England.
One of the stories in the book is on Nicholas Prue, who was from Holyoke, and his job was to go to Canada and get workers to come down and work for the Lyman mills. And he brought them by the wagon loads. He'd go up with an empty wagon and come back with a full wagon and then head back up again.
He was so successful, the Canadian government eventually started to fine him for taking people out of Canada. But he had the mill pay his fines, still brought the laborers down.
The mill was happy to do it because they needed the people.
Absolutely.
You were mentioning before that the records that French Canadians kept, the genealogy, this is a people that has really tracked their history more so than most ethnic groups for a long, long time.
Absolutely. It's not uncommon to meet somebody who works in a mill even today who can tell you, that his ancestors came to Canada in 1607 or something like that. They know their heritage and have been interested in it, no matter where they are on the scale.
We spent some time in the book also talking about the part of French Canada that has a little more difficulty searching for the roots because of the great the Acadian situation, the great they call it dérangement, and where they were taken from Acadia and spread out through the colonies and expelled. And of course that group is very proud of their Acadian roots when they research it, but they also realize they have a history of tragedy behind them. And we share those stories in the book, and it often isn't being told in many of these history books. But I think we did a great job trying to get the right authors to talk about this. And we had Jean Douillard did a wonderful article on it, on the Acadians, and I think people will enjoy that.
Let me ask you about some of the individual personalities, people that became big names of the French Canadian community here. And maybe the biggest name in some ways, depending on where your interests are, sports, Rabbit Marinville. Right. Boston Braves 1914 World Series. He really became a huge star of that community.
He was a huge star, and he was also the only Springfield baseball player that made it into the Hall of Fame. And we have another French baseball player from across the river in West Springfield that also made it in, Leo DeRocher. But the Marinville was his father was a Springfield policeman, and one of the things that we managed to get in the book is a picture of his father in uniform as a Springfield.
Real rare.
Yeah.
Yeah. We try to look at all different aspects of sports and the impact French Canadians had on it. And one very important company we had in town was the Indian Motorcycle Company, and Woodsy Castengay was huge in terms of motorcycling sports, and was one of the top riders. And of course, he rode for Indian Motorcycle. Harley talks about their early riders, but they didn't top Woodsy Castengay. We have some great photographs on him in the book.
So much more to talk about. TV, our time is so limited. We are out of time, but Joe Carvalho, Wayne Phaneuf, thank you both. Folks, you got to get the book. That's all there is to it. Great, great stories. Thanks for coming in, gentlemen.
Thank you.